morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Thursday, October 2nd, 2025. Another day, another silver dollar. All right, let's go. And if you had been buying silver dollars, back in the 100 years ago, you would still have a dollar worth a dollar. But if you were buying dollars, well, you got 2 cents now. All right, we got the spot market. Gold up $23. Wow. Silver up 40 cents. It's making its move again. We're not getting that pullback, even though they are trying. And after hours, silver taking hits, but coming back. Retail investors picking up silver like by the boatload. We've got silver futures 47.64, down 3 cents against a spot price of 47.65. So we got parity between futures and spot. One of these two numbers will change. I can't tell you which. GSR is dropping again, 81.44, down 18 cents. And if you look at a longer chart, you will see that it wants to bust lower. If GSR hit support of 80, what would that be? About 1.5% from where we are right now. That would put silver, well over 38, I think. And then if we bust lower, let's get a long chart here. So we have a target of 76, maybe, no, call it 75. So likely progression is 80, and then 75 with, rallies and backfilling. And ultimately, when we blow off 68, and that might be a 66, 65. So you could see that if we pushed from 80 to 65, that would be about 15-20%. 20% on 40, where are we, 48? 20% on 47.50 would put you at about, that'd be about 57.50. I don't know. That's a reasonable target, I think, if we don't have our pullback, and I still think we could and should with China shut down. But U.S. investors are stepping up with ETF inflows into continued into gold and the SLV. Etc. However, that is paper, and you know what paper is good for. 10-year yield is right about unchanged at 4.10 with the government shutdown, keeping yields lower. Dollar lower as well, down about 12 cents to 97.58. Copper busting higher to $4.99 in the futures market. It likes $5. And last time copper had a run, it went all the way to 586, something like that. So we have a long way to go. Let's see, 586 down to 450, about $1.30. Call that 65 cents on top of 447. Would put you at 515, 510 or so. 50% retracement would be somewhere about 510. 66 retracement would probably put you about 525. Very interesting. I think we'll see copper continue to move here. And then if it goes past 66, 67% retracement, we may be going all the way back to 100% retracement, back to the highs. And you know about all the copper mines shutting down. Okay, we got platinum on a tear, up $24 after being hit yesterday, I believe. Platinum took a hit from 1627 down to 1550, then a lower high at 1601, higher low to 1557, currently at 1592, and the immediate resistance is 1600. So it looks like it wants to do what copper is doing. Okay, base metals are up 8 cents to 20.74. Gold miners continue their rally, up 1.13% to 78 in the GDX. In the SIL, up 0.86% to 72.51. In the economic calendar, Thursday, if we get any data out of the government, I don't know. Initial jobless claims at 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. That'll be in 15 minutes. I don't think we'll get it. Factory orders and a Fed head speaker. Tomorrow, U.S. unemployment report, hourly wages, ISM, S&P, PMI, and another Fed head. I don't know if we'll get any of that either. And then on to next week. sneaking up on initial jobless claims next week on Thursday. So there you go. Initial jobless claims yesterday is delayed. Will we still be shut down by next week? I think we will. I think this will be a longer shutdown. Very intractable on both sides, and administration looking for opportunities to send out those pink slips. All right, everybody loves a layoff in this country. We got pre-markets at neutral at 49 on the Fear Greed Index. Dow futures down 43, S&P futures up 15, NASDAQ futures up 132. NASDAQ likes those lower rates. Bitcoin has a rocket on its butt right now, so it was playing possum for a while, and now it is up 495 to 118,959. Look at that, pushing back to 120,000. People buying non-US dollar denominated assets. I don't know if Bitcoin is an asset or something else, but it is an alternative to the US dollar. Before we get on to the deals, welcome new members, subscribers, and people just passing by. I appreciate a thumbs up. Question of the day is a person was asking, why do you keep on recommending silver eagles when I can get a silver maple for $1 or $2 less? And I would say, if you're shopping with me, that differential is probably more like $1. But I think you ought to get in your Wayback Machine and go back to the last time we had the silver squeeze, the ill-fated silver squeeze that pushed up to 30 and then failed. What did it do? It pushed up premiums. What did Silver Eagle premiums do? Some companies were selling Silver Eagles for a $10 premium. At that time, a maple may have been something like a $4 or a $5 premium, but Eagles were the star of the show. And I already said that I think FOMO is back. You can corroborate that with LCSs, who, certainly a lot of people are selling here, but there is definite buying interest in gold and silver. You see a lot of the sales going out. You see the quality of the product diminishing, but the premiums, not going down that much. So I do think FOMO is back for the people that missed the rally, people that weren't buying $14 silver, $20 silver, $25 silver, $30 silver. Why weren't they buying that? Because when silver was 30, 32, 33, there were lots of people predicting that silver would go back to 20 or 25. Well, they're kind of quiet now. So, watch who you follow on YouTube and make sure that you form your own opinion. But people that were buying at 14 to 20, some of them are selling right now. People that were not, some of them are buying right now. I'm still expecting that dip, but haven't had it yet. But why Silver Eagles? Because FOMO starts with the American Silver Eagle in the ecosystem. That is the Mac Daddy of silver sovereign coins. And when the U.S. Mint doesn't make that many of them, they go on allocation. The dealers raise their premiums. Why? Because they can. And then everything else follows. But the Silver Eagle always garners the highest premium, save something like a Libertad, which is, a whole different ballgame. So if you get 25% of your silver stack in Silver Eagles, there may be a day when you can sell those for $7 or $8 over spot. If spot is $60 or if spot is $50 or who knows, if spot goes back to $30, then I'll be wrong all the way across the board. But Silver Eagles will carry a higher premium at some point. You'll just have to watch and see. Everything is playing out just like it has in past FOMO rallies. Okay, let's get on to the deals. And everything just about the same as yesterday. Some things selling out, but a little bit more expensive. We'll start with 1/100th gold, $48 at SD Bullion. Go on to a 1/10th gold eagle. Gold Eagles 416 at Bullion Exchanges. Quarter ounce gold eagle 1,030 at Monument Metals. $5 commemorative. People are catching on to these. 0.241 ounces of gold at $950 here at Bullion Exchanges. Okay, if you want a 1 ounce gold eagle, Bullion Star, who I do not recommend and do not shop there, but nonetheless they've got the lowest price at 4,009 on a BU gold eagle. I guess they got plenty, and they're selling them at lower than the other dealers. Gold Buffalo, the ultimate in U.S. sovereign gold coins, 4,041 at Bullion Exchanges. We'll skip the big proof gold set and go on to a very pretty St. Gaudens Double Eagle in MS64. They won't be melting these because they make the grade. Anything under this, they may be cracking it out and melting it. You may not find St. Gaudens with a lower grade here in the future because the refiners are melting. Let's keep going here. Let's do a Krugerrand, not as cheap as they were, but still 3,911 at bullion exchanges. A lot of people shifting to foreign gold here to take the premiums down, especially if you're buying fractional. If you're buying fractional and you can't afford U.S. gold, fractional foreign gold seems to me to be selling fast. If you're buying big gold, well, 100 Corona is 3,856 over at Monument Metals. That's a beautiful coin. Gold below spot page over at Bullion Exchanges is going to have probably all the jewelry grade stuff. No, it has nothing, so that makes my point. People are buying the cheap stuff. A 20 franc, which is a 0.186 1867 ounce of gold. A lot of people stack these. These are in crummy condition, but 738 over at BGASC. They specialize in crummy coins. Okay, let's keep going. Did I say that? All right, Silver Eagle. Silver Eagle is going for 51.52 at Monument Metals. Watch those premiums rise. And a cull is a good price over here at Monument Metals, 49.78. They have not adjusted their price yet. A lot of circulated eagles out there, milk spots, colorized, etc. So these are just culls, and 49.78 is only, it's $2 over spot. I take that back. We are doing better on eBay almost every single day on Silver Eagles. We'll get there in a minuto, my little prosciutto. Okay, we've got a silver maple, and that is 49.53 at Bullion Exchanges. A kangaroo is 49.48 at Bullion Exchanges. Going on to the Krugerrand. I think I was having trouble finding this. Yeah, 50.48 at Monument Metals. Why would you pay more for a Krugerrand? I don't know. Mintage is a little lower on those. Maybe that's the reason. 50.42 for a Philharmonic at Safe Haven Metals. You'd be the only one buying those. All right, let's keep going here. And, well, at the U.S. Mint, boy, did you see what the San Francisco Proof Eagles are doing? They're really taking off, guys. And if you look on eBay, you can't even find a PF70. Prices have come up to $150 like I predicted. And hopefully you got a box of 10. I did, but I already sold them. Okay, over on Costco, got to have a good rebate credit card and the Executive Club membership to get a good price here. But a gold bar is $39.89. A silver bar is $5.09. 4% off of that makes that a great deal. Let's keep going here. Junk in the trunk. It's about 50 cents over at Monument Metals and pretty close to spot over at Bullion Exchanges at 33.5 times face. If you're not getting that for $2 under spot on eBay, then you're missing out. They brought back the 2-ounce Marvelous Maple or whatever they call this thing, and dollar over spot, 97.16 for 2 ounces. That is a nice semi-collector coin. 2-ounce coins sometimes bring a higher premium at the dealers on buyback. Did you know that? Okay, 10-ounce Scottsdale is going for $5.08. Not a terrible price on a Scottsdale bar, but we can do better on eBay. Over at Golden State Mint, a 1-ounce round is $49.34. Moving on to the kilo. Kilo is going to be $15.45 at Monument Metals. That is 32.15 ounces of silver, 31 grams in an ounce, 32 ounces in a kilo. Memorize that. 100-ounce bar is $48.20 at Safe Haven Metals. You always want to pick the Inglehards, the Johnson Mattheys, etc. over the plain bars. $48.78 for an Inglehard, pretty cheap right there. We'll skip the 5 kilo. And you still have time to subscribe to this, my next recommendation. And you got to get over to the subscription button over here and pick up what sure probably is the last of the San Francisco mint proof set subscription. I'm expecting a double on that set. They will ship in November. You can only get one. Now we're on eBay. We're going to use our PayPal credit card, American Express Everyday Cash, to get 3% back when you check out through PayPal. So those links are on my website, and you can click those. That helps my channel. Anything you buy on eBay, if you click these links here, it does help my channel, keeps me going in the morning. And I start at 4 a.m. to try to find the early bird stuff. Right, we have culls from bullion.com, good seller, $50, about $48.50 out the door. That beats the dealer. Let's find some BU. And here we go, same seller, about 51, about $49.50 out the door. Compare that to the dealer price, you'll save $1 or $2 per eagle. It's a great seller. They'll send you a good product, in my opinion, no guarantees. But anyway, that is a good listing right there if you are picking up your silver eagles this morning. That is a tube of eagles for $1,000. Wow, they used to be, you know, like $450. Wow, something else. So that is a great listing right there. I don't know why they sell it cheaper here than they do on their website, and we don't need to know. Okay, in a large lot silver eagles, you can get $5,000. Wow, look at that. So a lot of 100 eagles is now, you know, not that different than an ounce of gold. Anyway, big seller, good feedback. 51 a coin will get you out the door at $49.50. Did I do that math right? Let's do the math right. 5117. Come on, Louie. 5117 times 0.97. With that was good credit cards. PayPal is unlimited cash back. $49.63. What is the dealer charging? $49.63 for 100 versus the dealer price of $51.49. You're saving almost $2 a silver eagle from a quality seller. So why aren't you shopping on eBay? People that don't shop on eBay are really missing out. But you have to know what you're doing. You have to avoid the scams and the tricks and the low feedback sellers. I don't even know if I want to do the maples. We got $49 eagles. Why in the world would I pay $12.49 for maples? I don't know. Let's see. Are they BU? Let's just make sure they're acceptable. Yeah, let's do the math on the maples. $12.50, 1250, free shipping, divided by 25 times 0.97 with a good rebate credit card, and you are at $48.50 a maple. So see, it's about $1 differential between BU Eagles and BU Maples on eBay. Someday there'll be a $5 differential on the buyback price. If we go back to FOMO, now maybe enough people got burned on that. You know, whoever was telling you to buy Eagles, you know, at $40 when spot was 30, go back to that channel and delete them, okay? Because that is pure FOMO, and hopefully we'll be real here about the opportunities and the risks. And I was the first one to say, you know, I've been on YouTube for, I don't know, 10, 11 years now. And I was the first one to say boycott silver eagles. Why was I doing that? Go ahead and check my videos from whatever, 5 years ago or 4 or 3 years ago. Why was I boycotting silver eagles? Because the premiums were too high, okay? And junk at the time had a similar, you know, not $10, but had a very high premium. So you just, you know, follow oh, I don't know what to say about that. Just go back, check my videos. You'll see boycott silver eagles. That was me. Okay, let's keep going there. We got junk and a small seller, no, a large lot of junk, 34.4 times face, about 33.5 times face. I don't like that so much. How about a small lot of junk? No, I messed up. How about a small lot of junk? I don't know why I have these backwards. Those are Mercs at 34.8. Let's get on to a small lot of junk. I don't know why I keep missing it. Small lot of junk is 32.4, $10 face, no dates. You don't want the no dates. Full dates, okay, 32.4. What's he going to have a shipping charge? Free shipping, smaller seller, pretty good feedback. Nothing wrong with this. I would take a shot on this. 32.5 will get you out the door at 31.5 times face. 31.5, clear my cache here. 31.5 divided by 0.715. It gets you a melt of $44. Spot price right now is $47.65. Man, that's a good deal. If I did my math right, double check me on that. So that's that listing right there. He's only got one. And take those off his hands. Okay, and there are other small lots of junk. If you want to get on to $10 face, let's do Morgan's. No, let's do Peace Dollars. They're cheaper. You get a lot of Peace Dollars. Let's see. $10 face, Peace Dollars, 335. Wow. 35 times face? No, that's only... Yeah, 10 Peace Dollars. Now, the conversion here is not 0.715. Anyway, we got some Peace Dollars. They're all 1922s. You got 10 of them. I'm going to slow you down here, but there's a good lot of Peace Dollars for you. And they're not cull by a long shot, and they're probably right around melt. Might even be under melt. 49 feedback seller right there. I think I'll add those to the cart. Of course, on stuff like this, they charge me sales tax, and that makes everything under $2,000 a bad deal for yours truly. And notice this stuff. Oh, God, I got to shut up. I got so much to tell you, but I can't do it in this format of videos. Okay, and if you want to buy a really neat Carson City Morgan, well, they're about 500 bucks. Get them in the slab, guys. Don't get NX and PCGS. Here's an 1883 Carson City for 509. Good seller, and there's what it, oh, no, that's the MS64 Plus. I wish he wouldn't list it as a 65. Throws me off every time. Here's a real 65, and it is a pretty one. What's that under her ear? No, that looks beautiful. And, you're going to turn, fast forward the calendar a few years, that'll be $1,000. That's how high-grade money coins work. Those are the ones to buy, rather than buy a full set of, MS62, random date, Morgans. Buy one MS65 Carson City Morgan, and you have got your numismatic collection put together, even if you're dumb about numismatics like me. Okay, kilos are 1575 minus 3%. Vintage poured bars, I cannot spend all that time here. I'm just going to go up into the 600s and see what we got. Acromatics, that's an interesting bar. Ooh, that's a neat bar. So here you got $60 an ounce when silver is nearly 50. So premiums have compressed on vintage bars. Oh, 10.19, that's an odd weight. And no pigtail on that. I do like the pigtails. That's a nice bar right there. I'll leave you with that one and keep going. How about a 1 ounce round in a big old lot? You're going to get 48. You're going to get 46.50 out the door. Mid-size seller. Wow. Oh, $25 shipping. But on a big lot, on an expensive lot, the high shipping price does not hurt you that much. 48.25. Well, I'll do the math on this. Holy moly. 48.25. That is 100 rounds. Elemental are good rounds. They're good melting rounds as well, because they plundered them out of the Amazon rainforest. Yeah, you should look at that story. And 48.25 times 0.97, your price for 100 of these is going to be 46.80. Very, very good deal there. 46.80. Are they 4 nines or 3 nines? That's a terrible picture. I can't see it. Looks like they're 3 nines, but those do melt well, and I would check them, make sure they're not fakes, but his feedback is good enough, his or her feedback, so they're silver rounds. I don't know, if you got 5,000 bucks, there's a lot of good deals today. But if you got itty bitty money, you can buy an itty bitty tube of 20. Those are going to be, I don't know, about like 47 out the door, 47.50, something like that, smaller seller. Plenty of silver rounds to be had. If you want a big old bar, 100 ounce bar is going to be not a 50, 100, 48.34, about 47 out the door. That's under spot for 100 ounce bars. And who knows if we push up through 50, go straight away, just right through 50, or we pull back. I really thought we'd have a pullback during the China closure, but so far has not happened. Dollar is weak. I think the government shutdown is putting pressure on the dollar, increasing the odds of recession, bringing down the 10-year, and that may give metals the push to go to higher highs. We just have to watch it every single day like we do. Here's a tube of BU Peace dollars, 852 for 20 right there. A tube of 21 Morgans are, no, these are not 21 Morgans. I showed you these before, random date Morgans for $800. And he says that they are BU to fine, which means they may not be what you are expecting, but random dates are always worth more than 21s. I'll skip the Army Privy Eagle and the Platinum and go right on to 1/10 gold. Random 1/10 gold won't be 288 for a gold Eagle. If you buy that, you deserve to lose your money. 418 for 1/10 gold, minus 3%. 1/10 gold Eagle. We've been scoring on these lately. It won't be 288, they'll be 422. On that one, you take 13 bucks off, you'd be at about 410. You'd be at about 410 on a 1/10 gold Eagle. The way you use the website is you check out the eBay prices with a credit card discount, compare it to the dealer prices up above, and then buy what's cheaper if you can get it significantly cheaper on eBay from a reputable seller. A quarter-ounce gold Eagle can be had for 1040. Ooh, yeah, you guys didn't buy this one. 1025, 1025. 1025 for a proof gold, vintage gold Eagle. Well, I wouldn't call 1986 vintage, but there you go. Big enough seller, 100% feedback. So why wouldn't you buy a proof gold Eagle in an MS69 booby prize before you would buy a random BU gold Eagle? This is BU as well, better than BU actually. He'll take a best offer. He'll take $1,000 probably. You'll get it out the door at $970. $970 versus the dealer price on a quarter-ounce gold Eagle is, where are you, little quarter-ounce? 970 versus dealer price 1081. You want to save 50 bucks on every quarter-ounce gold Eagle. So yeah, you want to build that Yankee cannon. Well, you don't have to shop at SD Bullion to do it. Pick up the best ideas from all the best people and then shop at the best places for the best savings. And now I'm going to be lost. Oh, come on, we're crushing it, guys. We're crushing it here. How about a $5 commemorative, 0.241 ounce of gold? You can get that from a 3 feedback seller. I would not. You can get that from a 2,000 feedback seller with 100% feedback. And this particularly ugly $5 commemorative in a that's the breast cancer coin. Avoid the breast cancer coins. They're not your standard weight. Let me go back and find something different. Don't get stung with that one. Let's see. I've got a Star Spangled Banner. Oh, isn't that pretty? These are the bomb. These $5 commemoratives are highly overlooked. Your coin shop won't tell you about them because they don't like to sell them. There's no premium on these like there is with a quarter-ounce gold Eagle. So what do they sell? They sell the quarter-ounce gold Eagles. They repeatedly make a solid vig on that. Okay, $9.89 on this one. No best offer. Let's do the math. $9.89. It's in the slab, guys. $9.89 times 0.97 is going to be $9.59 for this guy, and then divide by 0.241 ounces, and you will be at a melt of $39.80. Oh, not quite as good as I thought. $39.80 versus gold at $38.82. Well, it's a $100 premium. Maybe that's not as good as I thought. I don't have time to go back and check. Let's keep going here. And what's the sunflower selling for? They're sold out again, and $51.75 if you want to pick up one of those. Stuff in my eBay store. Let me remind channel members, all you guys, I clicked the wrong button. Hold on one second. Where's my eBay store? There it is. Remind all you guys, those of you that asked for my October pour, it's going to be Scaretober here with a couple of, these are the skulls I'm pouring, and there you go. Those are the skulls, the black-eyed ogre, and if I haven't talked to you in a couple of days, remind me if you wanted one of those at $250 over spot plus $5 shipping. and we can set up a purchase on that. Other stuff in my eBay store as well if you're interested. What did I want to say about that? That's it. You can become a channel member and pick up to 5 ounces every month of my hand-poured silver, which I labor over and make nothing on. Okay, here we go. And there's Devil Forge. You want to melt down those 100-ounce bars. That's really, really cheap. The Amex card is the bomb. And it does cap out at a certain point. I've capped mine for the year, so I'm off limits on that right now. But they will pay you to pick this card up, and they give you 3% cash back when you check out through PayPal on eBay or at the US Mint or on Walmart or on Amazon. PayPal card is 3% cash back, unlimited. If you have great credit, you're going to get a big limit, and you can use the hell out of that. If you have bad credit, you can still get this card, and I imagine if you have bad credit, you probably don't spend that much on metals. So PayPal card is my #1 recommendation, but don't run a balance ever. Capital One Quicksilver card will get you 1.5% cash back everywhere, and then you get these 4% kicker deals and lots of best offers there. This card will pay for itself just buying dog food on Chewy. The Saver card from Capital One, you must have this card. Save your great cards. You can't use this for 3% cash back for metals, but you can get 3% cash back at the grocery store when you're out shopping on the next 3-day weekend for ribeyes. Be sure you pay with the Saver card from Capital One, and it helps my channel. If you click this link, they're going to give you a rebate. Use those savings, okay? Whenever you collect those savings, go shopping for precious metals. That's how you turn food into hard assets. Okay, and anything else here? The commendations and salutations. Thank you so much for the super thanks, the cups of coffee, joining the membership channel, and everything you do to support me. The thumbs up, subscriptions, ring the bell, and share this most and foremost. Well, that didn't make sense. Share this with your friends that are paying too much for their metals. The community here wants to save money on precious metals. You make money when you buy. You also can make money when you sell, but you make more money when you buy. So buy right, pay little, get good stuff, get the right stuff, and tell your friends about that if they're just getting into this. Share my videos with them, and it might blow their mind because, if you watch a Peter Schiff video or a big channel and they've got Andy Scheckman on, and you're like, buy here, buy there, pay this, pay that, you're paying too much, okay? Just figure it out before you start plunking down your money. Before you get FOMO, divide your money into 5 parts and promise yourself you will only spend 1/5 of your money every week for the next 5 weeks. You might miss the rally over 50. Then again, you might catch the dip down to 40. I think the downside is 44 on silver. I think the likely upside here is probably in the 49s in the short term. But we could just catch this FOMO all the way, blast through 50, go up to 60, and then start reversing back down at some point. The higher they push it up, then the shorts will come back in the market and they'll push it back down. Just don't get FOMO. I don't know what's going to happen. What do I know? This is not financial advice, and I don't have a crystal ball. All I know is if you're going to buy, get the best price. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.